It can happen any time. 1 minute a person is going about their business normally, the next minute they suffer a heart attack and collapse unconscious. What happens in the next few minutes until an ambulance arrives is crucial. If the victim's heart has stopped, it and their brain will soon begin suffering permanent damage. That is, unless someone nearby begins administering cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR.
In the best of all possible worlds, there would be somebody nearby who knows how to administer CPR. What that individual would do if they were trained in how to do CPR is yell out immediately, call 911, which is the emergency response system. And hopefully somebody in the crowd would go ahead and do that. And while that was happening, that person who is trained would begin the process of CPR. And then the emergency responding team would then take over and then get the individual who has suffered either a heart attack or whatever kind of emergency and bring that person to the nearest hospital.
Doctors only refined and began teaching the technique to average people in the 1960s.
You've come across a stranger on the street who is on the ground and you might not know what has happened. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to check the scene to make sure it's safe and secure. Once you've established that there are no dangers around you and that the scene is secure, you're going to tap the person on the shoulder to see if they're all right, and you're going to ask them if they're okay, to try to get a response from them. If they're not responding, what you want to do is listen to see if there's any breath coming from their airway. And you're going to tilt their head back. If you feel no air coming out, that's when you want to start your chest compressions. And you want to do 30 chest compressions right in the middle of the sternum.
So you do 30 of those?
You do 30 of those, and then you want to tilt the head back, pinch the nose, and give 2 rescue breaths into the mouth, followed by 30 more chest compressions. And so you follow that process until emergency responders can arrive.
And how long does it take to teach somebody how to do this effectively?
Our courses are typically a couple hours to a day-long course. So it's very simple, it's very fast to get that necessary training that you need.
The American Heart Association estimates that in only a third of cases of cardiac arrest does someone nearby know how to administer CPR.
And so what I like to say to people is, I know how to save a life. Do you know how to save a life? And it's really, really important that all of us have that ability. For instance, summertime is coming. It's warm, people are at pools, people are at the beach, and a lot of times somebody might go into the water above their head or have some kind of problem. Someone hopefully, and there's no lifeguard on duty, somebody hopefully will know what to do to help save that individual's life.
The American Red Cross says CPR saves lives. That's why they are working so hard to have it taught in schools, offices, and places of worship across the country. Since cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, began being taught across America several decades ago, countless lives have been saved as bystanders intervened to keep heart attack victims alive until the arrival of emergency crews. For Saudi Good Morning, this is Burton Bolag in Washington.